Welcome to Sex Positive Gaming. I'm Annie, and today we're going to look at the new Steam releases for January 2022. Also, Happy New Year! 2021 was a fantastic year for the adult game space, and hopefully 2022 will be even more awesome. First up is Amnesia. This visual novel is the second game from the developer Super Alex, and the animations and renders are fantastic. You play as a male protagonist who awakens from a coma and has amnesia. While this is becoming an overused trope in our industry, the game has a lot going for it. The music and visuals are great, and there are a ton of planned romanceable characters. Development began at the end of 2019, and we have seen 8 main builds released since then, but this is still a game that is very early in development. Open world aspects have been added to this harem title since release, and it has the potential to be a very good game. Just don't expect to see rapid progress. This developer has proven themselves to be very talented, but is also very slow. Amnesia is available for PC on Steam and PC and Mac on their Patreon. Our next title, Beautiful Mystic Defenders, combines tower defense and RPG mechanics with the fantasy harem flavor. The anime-style character designs and animations make this look like a fun experience if you enjoy that art style. This does appear to draw heavily from the Kingdom Rush series of mobile games, so if you enjoyed this type of gameplay, you're probably going to have a great time. Beautiful Mystic Defenders is available for PC on Steam. Our next title, A Day on Mars, is an open-world 3D harem adventure where you have amnesia. Did I mention that this is becoming an overused trope? You and your team of technicians are set to repair an abandoned Martian station. You lose your memory, and your all-female teammates start to behave unusually. This is a more free-form type of non-linear gameplay with minigames and relationship mechanics with each of the female technicians. The developer says that it will take several hours to complete, but I'm pretty sure a solar day on Mars is 24 hours and 39 minutes, which is significantly longer than several hours. Just saying. A Day on Mars is available for PC on Steam. Next up is the sequel to the 2020 roguelike dungeon crawler, Escape Dungeon. Escape Dungeon 2 moves to a 3D isometric interface while retaining the turn-based roguelike gameplay. Normally, new scenes and animations are unlocked when the female protagonist is defeated by the various enemies, monsters, and other creatures, but there is now an alternative method to unlock scenes that doesn't require losing. Escape Dungeon 2 is available for PC and Mac on Steam. Developer Less Than a Passion had 4 releases on Steam in 2021, including 2 new games in December, Romance After Dark and Wild Wet West. Both games are stylistically similar, even if one is a noir mystery and the other one is a western. Both of these titles have solid visuals and animations, but there's much more content and gameplay in Romance After Dark. This is not surprising given that Wild Wet West is completely free to play. I'm actually really excited for the announcement of Serena Dark Confessions releasing later this year as well. Even with the occasional flaws, I've enjoyed most of their games, and I really appreciate the developers' commitment to releasing on Steam. Seriously, Less Than a Passion has released over 100 games and expansions, and is one of the most prolific developers in our industry outside of Japan. Romance After Dark and Wild Wet West are both available for PC on Steam. Speaking of prolific, our next title, End Aegis is the latest release from publisher Just USA. So this is a sci-fi kinetic novel that is completely free. What's the catch? This is the all ages version. If you want to play the original version of the game, you have to buy it from Just directly. There are no patches or other means of content restoration. Sorry about that. Personally, I prefer the ability to have a patch for a game, given the more stringent content regulations of countries like Germany and China, but I understand why Just is doing this. This way, you can try the game for free and decide to buy it if you want to experience the full story. This does make it way harder for me to find all of the new adult content releases on Steam, so please keep letting me know what upcoming games you're excited about, or when I miss stuff. End Aegis is available for PC on Steam. And last, we have Element 174 Part 1. This is a sci-fi visual novel that has been in development on Patreon since 2019. The renders in this game are good, but there are currently not really any animations. There are, however, a ton of optional flavors to pursue, as well as 16 romanceable characters. Part 1 includes Chapters 1 and 2, and Part 2 will release as a separate game covering Chapters 3 and 4. The story is hit or miss at times, but there is a ton of replay value given all the choices and paths that the game presents you. Element 174 Part 1 is available for PC, Mac, SteamOS, and Linux on Steam, and for PC and Mac on their Patreon. There you have it. Add in the release of End Aegis Season 2 that I covered last month, and the delayed release of Price of Power, and January is a really strong start to 2022. Let me know which games you want to see me review from this list. I'm really excited to play most of these, and I'd love to know what you're most looking forward to trying out. Until next time, no shaming, just gaming. Thanks to all this month's supporters on Patreon. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you.